Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Andrew the Moo, and I've got a new game that I want to play for you. This is by Storybird Games. Also by Look at My Game. Look at it. Look, I said look at my game. Look at it. And what game is it that I'm going to play today? Why, it's kind of hard to tell from the get-go because when we start the game off, we have a house and a window and some shooting stars. Why don't we start a new game to find out exactly what it is that we are playing today? Shall we? Oh, yes. And, of course, the first thing I do is knock off a bottle of water as we play as a little girl. And a huge spider comes and steals our teddy bear. And she gets out, and she looks kind of perturbed and confused. Like, what just happened? What has occurred within my home, and why has this thing stolen my teddy bear from me? And we look around her room, and she has a few girly things. There's a little TV. There's another doll there. There are... I don't know what those are. I'm going to assume those are gumdrops. There's a drawing here. There's a boudoir right there. Some books. A lamp. Little girl things. But what about the wardrobe? Are we going to meet a lion and a witch? Why don't we jump in and find out? Now, this game, Finding Teddy, is a point-and-click adventure. And when I wanted to try this game out, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try Finding Teddy. It's going to be different than anything I've played. Nope. Finding Teddy is another point-and-click adventure. So, I can't escape them. But I liked this game so much that I wanted to play it again for you today, as we enter into the realm of this fairy tale world. We're going to start out, we're going to take a little trip to the left. And what is it we see when we go to the left? Why, it's this fine gentleman right there. Why don't we say hello to him? Hello, fine gentleman. How are you today? Do you have the times? Yes! This game is kind of creepy with the deaths. So we don't want to go to the right at the moment because we don't have what is necessary in order to defeat this guy, in order to make him our friend, because we want friendship. We don't want to destroy things, but we have the item we need to get past him. It is a piece of fruit, a glowing pumpkin. It's a holy hand grenade for all we know. But let's go and give it to our fine little hungry friend. And the game tells us, click on the little girl. There's our inventory. And we click on him. And he says, hello, little girl. It's 10:15. Thank you. And he kindly gets out of our way. Now, we could go down, but I want us to go back to the left. I know I could have done this a moment ago, but I want to continue going. Okay? I just wanted to show that off. That way, we see what we're doing. It's a point-and-click adventure game. You can see my little mousy, and every time I click, you see that. That will become important later on. We are greeted by Froggy! Froggy! And we can't really do anything with them right now. We can't really pass on to the next area because they are in our way. And you can double-click, and she moves a whole lot faster. So let's go ahead and move and head down. Now, one of the things that you can do in this game is you notice on some screens when you click, there's a... So what you're wanting to do is, notice over here, it's dull over here. You're wanting to click and see the little firefly. You want to collect 15 of them. That's going to be something we're going to do in this game. So we're going to start out by heading over to the left. And over to the left we have... Come on, where is it? There we go. There it is. So we've got 2 of 15 now. So let's head down now. Now there are 2 directions that we can go. As we noticed, there's some strange message there. And I know what that says, but I'm not going to say it right yet. You'll see that in the last episode. I'll explain what that means. But this guy is sad. Let's try to cheer him up. Hello, good sir. Do you have the times? No, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. Okay, so he doesn't want any of our stuff. Thanks, guy. But we move over this way, and if we pause for a moment, disappears. I will explain what that means in the last episode, because you can't really do anything with it at the moment. After you've beaten the game, then you can do his thingamabob, but you can't do that now because you probably won't understand what it means. We want to grab that little glass, and from there, after grabbing the glass, we're wanting to head back up. There's a neat little mechanic that I'm going to introduce us to in just a moment. Or not, I'm going to introduce us to it. The game is going to introduce us to it. It's the Frog King, and he's giving us some notes. So that looks like, if you look at the way, that's an H, an E, an L, and an O. He's singing hello. It's good for us to know that. Alright, so I've got to remember where, I don't remember where this is at. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. Go back down. That's the one problem I've got with this game. Whenever you're looking for those things, you're like, click. It's somewhere around in here. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to click trying to find... I accidentally turned the music off. And I did not realize it until now. Come on. It should be around here somewhere, but I can't find him. And I turned the music off again. There he is. I thought I clicked over there a moment ago. Took me way too long to find that. But anyway, we've got some rushing water there, and we're going to take our little jar and fill it up with water. Water! Fill it up! Fill every last drop. And there's nothing to do here, so we're going to want to move on. Head back up to the north over here, and now we're going to make our way to the right. And we've got another thing over here somewhere. Come on. There we go. We are now at 4 of 15. I think there are only 4 in this area. So I think we've got all of them. We can't get the flower at the moment, but we'll be able to get it shortly. Move over this way, and we see a bumblebee, or a wasp, but it looks more like a bumblebee to me. And a little flower. Let's try to pick the flower and smell it, shall we? The bee doesn't like that. And whoa, do you have the times? The game kind of gets out there with the deaths. Well, in order to make him happy, why don't we give this flower some water? And give it life. And yay, it lives. And it's a big flat. That's not creepy looking at all. And with that, it poops us all. Yay, saw pooping. Well, from there, we're going to want to move on. And we want to head over this way. And we're going to make our way into this little cubby hole. And I'm going to click just in case. Nope, there's nothing in here. Grab our saw, and let's get the little stick right here. Little stickly. And we're going to saw, and... Alright, now we've got to do a little bit of backtracking, and thankfully you don't have to backtrack too far. And we're going to head up north, and we're going to make our way back to the little froggies, because now we can interact with the frogs. Because we know a certain song that the frogs sing, and it's the wonderful Frogilicious song that they all sing. Froggy! And let's click them. E, L, O, L, H. So, And with that, they have moved out of our way because we said hello. And notice, so that pops up. We can't really do a whole lot with that just yet, but we will be able to do something with it shortly-ish. But first, now, again, there's something neat about this to me, but I'm going to forego it until the last episode. It's something that never occurred to me, but take the stick and start poke, 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 poke. Poking holes! And we have a new companion. This is Little Bugman. Yay! Bugman. Hello, little buggy friend. So our little bug friend is going to help us get an item that we're going to need in order to survive. So let's go ahead and move along, move along, move along. Heading south. Everyone's going, what is wrong with this guy and the way that he's talking? Well, there's a lot wrong with me, I guess. But we want to take our little friend and see, it gives us a tutorial. We can click on him and click on the feather. And he gets the feather for us from the feather tree and doesn't even give it to her. He just drops it and hopes she can catch it. Now that we've done that, we are going to figure out the puzzle of how we can make that sad little block guy not sad anymore. We're going to head south for the winter, and then we're going to head over to the right, and then over to the right, and then right here we're going to head south. Now, this is missing something. Can you tell what it's missing? We're going to take the feather and... we now have the ability to sing. We can click that and we can do certain things. Now, we're not going to get quite into it just yet, but he is giving us the answer if you listen to him. And honestly, this is where I think the game kind of falls flat. It doesn't properly explain what you need to know. It's a lot of trial and error in a bad way. But what you've got to do is you've got to see, it tells you to click on this, and you're to do something, but it doesn't tell you what to do. You have to go through these one by one and figure out which ones are the sounds that you heard earlier to match it up. And what you do is... H-A-P-P-Y. It spelled out happy. He was sad, and with our song, now he's happy. You've made me so happy, little girl. Thank you very much. And we got the H, the A, and the P. So now, and the Y. So we have extra letters, part of our little group. Yay. Isn't that great, guys? Isn't that wonderful? And with that, we're done with this section. And I'm trying to make sure, I'm trying to click on all these areas to make sure I'm absolutely correct about this. All right, nothing here. And again, that says a little something there. Yes, that covers everything. So with that, we'll grab this key. And we're going to head on to the next area. But with that, we will call this episode to a close, as this is the first section of Finding Teddy. Next time, we will take on the next area, which is kind of a creepy-ish sound to it. But we'll see you then. Have a great one, guys. Bye now.